Hello, this is Tip Top Gaming here today with another MTG Arena video. Now today we are going to be going over Ixalan Treasure Constructed. In the last going over or analyzing MTG Arena video, I talked about the guild events. Today I'm going to be talking about Ixalan Treasure Constructed. So for those of you who don't know, this is basically a constructed event where you can bring any deck in, but at the beginning of your upkeep, you create a treasure, and the treasure lets you destroy the treasure and add a mana of any color. So this can lead to some interesting decks that have artifact synergy, because the treasures are artifacts, or things that are hard to get the right mana colors for. Those kind of decks can do well here. However, generally, this ends up turning into just Esper versus Esper. So yeah, why don't we go over the rewards? So we actually have these lands, which when I was going over all the lands, I said, oh yeah, these have always been in the game, I think. They're not going to be given away, but then it doesn't make much sense, because we have Ixalan lands now, and we haven't gone to Ixalan before, so it makes sense that they'd have these lands, which I think look okay, in my opinion. I like this one. I'm not a big fan of this one, but I really like the mountain, of course. Honestly, this event, we've seen it before. It's not as exciting as guild events, but I thought I'd show a card that isn't maybe good, but a card that's fun in this, which is, I believe it's Rampage of the Clans, which says, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller creates a 3/3 green centaur creature token. So what's really fun to do is, on your opponent's turn, they burn up all their treasures to cast their big spell, and you have like 10 or 20 treasures, I don't know, and then you cast this, and you create a bunch of 3/3s, or obviously we have Revel in Riches. Oh, I misspelled that. Revel in Riches, which of course makes it so if you control 10 or more treasures, you win the game. So there's just lots of cool things you can do to build around it. However, from last time, my advice is just to run your meta deck and you get bonus mana. That's pretty much it. That's what happened last time, is everyone was running Esper and no creativity was found. So I think this event is kind of going to flop again. It's going to be nice to get, I guess, the land and the XP, but I think this event's going to be one of the least exciting events out of all of them. They just, overall, it's just really basic. It's just basically constructed. The games do go a little bit faster if you can win quickly. If you win slowly, then the game's still longer, because you have more mana, some more answers, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, let's see if I still have my deck from way back when. I don't think I do. I would find it very hard for me to believe that I do. It was green, red, I think. I went through my decks and cleaned out some of them. But yeah. I think what I'm going to end up using is Imported Deck 4, which is just my Esper deck. It's just going to be basic. I know it's kind of sad to think that, oh, yay, they spent all this time on this cool new format, but in the end, no one's going to really play the format. They just have to get 6 wins in this. I guess one of the advantages to this over a regular constructed is, if you're trying to speed through it, there are going to be people who try to use the strategy, and you're going to beat them because your deck is just better, because treasure is not a good strategy. Of course, it's bolstered by this, but in general, it's just not super great. And the art isn't that great. So I think this is going to be one of my least favorite weeks for the event. Of course, this is Ixalan, which we have in standard right now, so I guess we have Ravnica too, but Ravnica, people love Ravnica. We've been to Ravnica 3 times. Ixalan's kind of boring. Overall, I think that, yeah, this week's going to be boring. I saw this, that it was going to be Ixalan, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess. So it was kind of disappointing. Yeah. Just in case you guys didn't know, on July 12th, so that would be next week, we have the competitive Metagame challenge. And they did make some changes to this, and I wanted to go over those as well in this video. So they made some quick little last minute change, or I guess last week changes to the event. So they removed Venerated Loxodon, Command the Dreadhorde, and Experimental Frenzy from the ban list. And then they banned Brimstone. I guess I'll show you these cards. They banned, I don't know if I have these cards. Brineborn Cutthroat, which is part of the Simic Flash deck. They banned Sorin, Imperious Bloodlord, which is part of Orsov Vampires. They banned Field of the Dead, because that's part of Field of the Dead mixed with Scapeshift. And they banned Feather. I see Feather as not as meta as a lot of people think. I think Feather is a fun deck. I just don't think it's really meta. I can beat it almost every time, which I know isn't. I mean, obviously some decks just do better against others. I never saw it really as meta, but I get they're like, oh yeah, use your fun decks, use your Ilharg, where is it? Use your Ilharg fun deck or whatever, or your Boros deck, and just enjoy the game for what it is. Don't just be worried about the meta. And I'm sure, like, Red Rush is... There should, again, like I said with the last one, and what ended up coming to be true, is that there's going to be one deck archetype that, like, one meta deck archetype that was affected the least, and that one is going to reign supreme, and you better have that deck archetype, or else you're going to have trouble winning. So I think that's really going to come down to it. I just don't... When it comes to standard shakeup, I don't like when they add restrictions. Like, I like when they add restrictions because it makes the game balanced and that. But saying, hey, we're going to invent this fun new game mode, now you don't get to use these cards. I get that it's good, but I don't know. It always just feels like, oh, so I'm just playing a lesser version of normal play. And sure, they're removing bad stuff, but they're also removing a couple cards that I may want to use. And it's just like, oh, I kind of want to just play with the cards I have, and that's kind of frustrating, which is why I kind of like Treasure Constructed more, is because it's not saying, hey, we're going to take away something, we're going to take away blue mana. It's saying, no, we're just going to give you something that might boost you if you use a different strategy, but if you really still want to, you can. I think both are good strategies, or both events are good on their own, but I think that they both have their problems is all I'm trying to say, but they also both have their advantages. And I guess you guys will see videos about this next Monday. Because Treasure Constructed is kind of a more standard event, I don't think you're going to get 3 videos. I think you're going to get 2 videos, one of gameplay and one of my thoughts after the event. And then that Wednesday will be something else. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. We're actually going to open up a pack here. Let's hope for something good. I've been opening a couple packs, and I haven't gotten any mythics recently. It's been kind of crazy. Let's see. Dun-dun-dun. A temple. Ooh. So if we look actually at my M20 collection, it's not very great. My mythics, I have a decent amount, I guess, but yeah. And then also my rare lands, I've been trying to get as many rare lands as possible, not even just from Core Set 2020. I've been trying to collect all these rare lands, but there's just not enough wild cards. I just spent a bunch on Isol Godless Shrines just yesterday to improve my Esper deck, and it's just been kind of I don't know. It's interesting how important lands are in this game. I'm like, why isn't my deck doing as well? And it's like, well, what's different? My lands. And so, I've been slowly upgrading those, and I recommend you do the same. So yeah, those are overall my thoughts on the event. They don't really have any more details, I don't believe, on the events that come up after that. Let's see, because they have a calendar, right? Help. Event calendar, woo! Okay, their event calendar is pretty garbage. MTG Arena calendar. See if I can get a better look. Okay, yeah, I can. Here we go. Sorry about this. This is not what I was planning on doing. Yeah, they don't have it up here. They don't have what, events are happening. So it looks like all we know is the next one. We know at some point, I believe there's going to be a Pauper event. And then we know, and then that's, I think, all we know about. I don't think they announced any other event, from what I remember. Oh, no, they did. That was their one event. Oh, my God, I can't think of it. I am so sorry. They announced the other event, so I believe we know it's Pauper, the event. Oh my God, the standard shakeup event. Pauper standard shakeup event. Oh my God, then there's this one where it's like whenever you do something, draw a card or like something like that. So sorry. There it is. I'm just blind. We have the standard shakeup, Pauper, and Landfall. That's the one. I don't know how I'm gonna like Landfall. It is just an addition, it's not a subtraction, but I don't know how I'm gonna like it. Either way, if you guys enjoyed this video, I'm a real person. It really means a lot when you like the video. It shows me and motivates. It shows me that you guys care about my content and want to see more, and it makes me motivated to create more. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. See ya.